Alright guys, so today we're going to be working on the 350Z Project Seat Time Missile Crisis. I don't know what to call it yet, but it'll be a little build series, just kind of like getting it to a nice solid state. We're going to be driving it this weekend, so we don't have much time to do that, but that's what we're doing today. We're working on it. We got an exhaust and stuff to do. If you don't know, I got this car from my buddy Tyler. I traded him my Grom for it. It was like a pretty built Grom, you know, big bore kit, suspension, all that stuff, set up for like mini GP racing, which he wanted to get into, so I traded him that, which was a really cool trade. I really appreciate Tyler on that one. We both wanted them to go to good people that were going to use them, so you know, hopefully we'll be using this, and hopefully he'll be using the Grom. So yeah, today basically he took the test pipes off, put them on his G35, so I have like kind of a hodgepodge of exhaust parts that I'm going to try to connect together, because let's be honest, VQs are not the best sounding motor ever produced. That's an understatement, isn't it? All right, two things real quick. One, a lot of people keep asking about the shirts. This is my garage built shirt, pocket tee, logo on the front. I don't know if you can see it, but garage built on the back. People keep asking where to get them. TaylorDrifts.com. The link is always in the description, so check there. One other thing, a lot of people are losing their minds about this rear main seal and this front seal. We'll go over that in depth later. Show you guys real quick. I just glossed over it in the video, but this seal is actually designed to fold out towards the transmission. Yeah, so we'll start making progress on that. More progress on that soon. We got a part that we needed for it. That's a big part, so that's exciting. Oh, that's locked. Okay, pop the trunk here. Don't make me go pop the trunk on you. Where does the trunk pop? Comment below if you know where the trunk pop is. It's gas, hood. I should know this.
2,000 years later.
I figured it out. This button there. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, see if the hatch socks work. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take all these parts out, kind of lay them out, and see what we're working with here. We're gonna have to weld some stuff up, I think. All right, here's what we're working with. We have the test pipes, and we have the Y pipe that connects down to a single. So then basically this connects to the muffler that's already on the car with a V-band. And from what Tyler told me, I basically need like a 6-inch piece of pipe to connect from here to here. So we have a flange. Where did I put it? Oh, right here. We have a flange. So we'll need to weld that flange onto one piece and weld the other piece to this, so to be able to connect both onto this. So we're going to start obviously with the test pipes and kind of getting this piece hung. We'll get this piece hung and then kind of see what the difference is. Transit screen. Okay, so these would be, okay, so there's the O2 sensors. These look like they would be for the rear O2 sensors. Oh, we're missing studs, but this one will have to through bolt that. Well, I guess both of them get through bolted. So yeah, there's the two bolts there, well, bolt holes and then the bolt. So those test pipes are going to bolt on here. What I'm wondering is it looks like they have bungs for O2 sensor, which would be the rear O2s, which I don't see dangling down here. So we'll probably have to cap those off. Do you see how clean it is under here? Even the pan's dry. Isn't that wild? Oh, there's a leak here. That's probably, looks like power steering or something. Okay, time to start finding bolts and nuts. Before we get too far, I gotta show you guys how atrocious this sounds right now. Yeah, so we gotta fix that. That's terrible. Alright, so we have a nut for the one stud on each side that we need to find. We need to find 2 through bolts for this flange, 2 through bolts for this flange, and then a fitting to plug this, which will be difficult, but we shall persevere, or we'll weld it if we have to, actually, now that I think about it. So we're gonna try to find that first. That's numero uno importante. All right, welding project number 1. This bolt into this hole. I don't have anything anywhere close. We need to get some practice before we weld stuff that's really thin, so we're just gonna run with it. All right, right, let's see if I still don't have it. It's crucial, we're just trying to make it work. See if we can find a comfortable way to do this.
We're gonna get funky.
Not bad, not bad. This is not the right rod for stainless, and we're welding like standard steel to stainless, but again, this is just a cap. Like it doesn't need to be that good. Come on, focus. Okay, so we've got it welded. Oh my god, this camera hates focusing. All the way around, it looks way worse than the camera. I'm not saying it's good, but the camera not focusing, if I get it close, it looks terrible. I mean, it's not the worst. It's pretty bad. So I don't know how to get in there. I'm guessing just a really long stick out and a lot of gas flow. I have a cup for that, but I don't know that I have time. We're gonna weld the next one since it'll be with this cup, and then we'll probably switch to the number 12 cup and try to get deep inside there with a long stick out. All right, we got the second one welded up. Also not too pretty. It started out, I feel like it started out good. Whichever one was the starting weld looked pretty solid, and then I think it was this one right here. And then it got all cattywampus on us, but same problem. We've got to reach down into that gap. So we're gonna switch to a big length and then long stick out and see if we can get it. I've never had to do anything like this, so we'll see. Give it a shot, see if we can dry run it. Still don't see this working at all. Maybe if I come through on this side, we're gonna try that. All right, we got it. See if we can get the rest from the other side. This part shouldn't be as difficult. Alright, it looks terrible, but it works. It'll work. Alright, yeah, it's connected. We're good with that. I'm honestly pretty happy with how that went overall. I haven't touched the TIG welder in a solid couple months, and on top of that, you know, it's not like I ever got to the point where I was super good at it or even proficient, I would say. Like, the fact that I could stick two pieces together makes me happy, so let's hope we can stick some more pieces together. But for now, we need to install these and then keep going. So in sticking with tradition, going to the parts store did not work out well. They of course didn't have what I needed in stock. I need the collector gasket for this, which is where the manifold bolts to this test pipe. Which is okay, I didn't expect them to. O'Reilly's is gonna have some by 6. We had to call it an early night last night to go to the drift meet, so today we're gonna get back on it. We're gonna get everything mocked up so we can start welding the add-on piece we need to weld, because that should be the most difficult part. And then hopefully those gaskets are right. We'll put it all like actually together. So we're gonna test fit it all now and figure out what we need to make as far as that piece goes. Okay. I'm not sure if these have to go a specific direction. Oh, we lost a nut. Wait, is that an extra nut? Oh, I know what that's for. Okay, so if you look here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this flange, these two bolts are closer than these two. So this can only go on this flange one way, which, wow, yeah, that looks like the way to go. Let's pull this nut off. Sorry I can't show you guys a whole lot down here. It's kind of difficult to get these under the car shots, but I'll show you when we get everything together, or as we go. But this looks like the right way to do this. Okay, where's my impact? Ow. Put 2 bolts in per side. I'm just tightening these up until they're snug enough to give me an idea of where the pipes are going to be. Alright, so this is what the test pipes look like mocked up. So the Y pipe piece that goes down to 1 is going to connect right there. So we're going to throw that on, and then, yeah, we'll throw that on next. Okay, we're gonna need a jack stand for the back of this. I'm not sure where in the hell it's supposed to mount to. Guess we might have to make something probably right here. This is one of those wish you had a friend jobs. Oh, I forgot to take the nuts off. So we're just gonna put 1 on each side of this. Again, test fitting purposes only. We do want to make sure that like they're actually snug and they're not like tweaked crazy amounts, because if they are, then we're not gonna get a good idea of where our other pieces need to go. Is this just bent that much? Oh, okay, we're good. Another part where it would be nice to have a friend to just hold while you like open the clamp while you hold the pipes together. Oh, we got it though. We're a one-man team. So what we gotta do is just take a measurement, then we can cut the pipe to weld it on. So up there is the test pipe, and we have the Y pipe piece that I put on, and then you've got this piece which has this V-band, and then part can right there. So we need to make a piece that connects these two. So everything's hung. So what we can do is try to make this piece first, weld a flange and whatever, and then we'll weld that piece to this piece maybe. Or maybe we'll, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. But we're gonna do something. Basically we need to figure out this dimension here, make a piece for it. We got a little wiggle room each way, so. Okay, so this is a perfect opportunity for me to whip out something I saw on Amazon. I couldn't resist buying because it was cheap. I haven't even opened it yet. Probably instructions in there. It's like an angle grinder holder. So it's kind of like a chop saw, but you use an angle grinder, and it's only like 25 bucks. I feel like it'll give us the best chance at getting a straight cut on this pipe. I really need a chop saw. The problem is not only are tools expensive, but they also take up a lot of room. Okay. This looks a little janky, but I think it'll do. All right. Feels so sketchy. So I've got it marked. Hopefully this is more accurate. Thing's got a lot of slop in it. Well, we're gonna have to deal with it. As you can see, that got super crooked. Kind of boned us. Heavily boned us. You see that? It's hot, but what a waste. It's because this thing's got like so much play in this little thing that it rides on here. Alright, we've got it evened out pretty well. Looks like it shouldn't be an issue to weld to this flange. So we're gonna go ahead and weld it onto the flange and then make sure it fits. Actually, we're gonna go check fitment real quick, make sure it's big enough before we weld it to this flange, and it's not. Assuming it is, next up we'll be welding it to the flange. This is gonna be my first real TIG test. Fingers crossed. Hashtag hope it works. So I have to weld on the side where a pipe had already been cut off and there's residual weld, because if I try to put that side up to the other flange, it's not going to seat all the way and we're going to have a leak. So that's my excuses as of now. It's not cut perfectly straight, so I got a gap to fill. I mean, it's just got to work, right? That wasn't too bad. I mean, it doesn't look great, but it's stuck together. So, not completely terrible. We gotta let this cool down. It's really hot. And then we'll go make sure it's gonna fit good. Actually, we're just gonna go ahead and pull the other exhaust out because we know it's gonna fit. We have to caulk it to weld it up. Yeah, so we're gonna have to let it cool down, go under there, put it up on the flange, you know, draw a Sharpie mark so that we know which direction the flange goes, and then pull the exhaust out and weld them together. And that's going to be the challenge, because that's regular steel to stainless, which one of these might be stainless, I don't know. But then also it's like thin tubing to thin tubing here. You know, I've got a corner I can work in, and I can focus the heat on this base metal, which is a lot thicker and will take a lot more heat, you know, if I start going too slow or back off or whatever. But the other stuff's gonna for sure be a challenge. Fingers crossed I can do it. This is a good warm-up. Get this done. Oh god. All right, we've got it marked. Oh god. So we're gonna pull this out. Okay, so our next problem is how ovalized this pipe is. I feel like I never have good luck trying to get these like ovalized into circles, like anything that's ovalized. but we're gonna put it in the vise and try to like clamp it straight, maybe tap it with a hammer. I don't know, maybe we'll heat it up. Maybe that's a good idea. I think that's gonna be good enough. Good enough for what we're doing at least. We can fill in the gaps a little bit. So now we just gotta get it tacked up into place, just like this. Ah, this is so difficult. Okay, now we got a semi-legit tack. Okay, it's tacked, super jankily. We're gonna put one or two more on it just to get it ready, and then we'll test fit it and see if it fits. Before we get started, just look at that sunset. It never shows up as well in the camera, but it's a nice sunset. And that means we're almost done-ish. Well, we're almost done with the Fabricobbling part. This would be the definition of Fabricobbled, as AV would say. I'm probably gonna name the title of this video Fabricobbled Exhaust or something. But it's tacked together, it fits just fine. There are some big gaps because the pipe was ovalized and crushed on one side. You know, if we can get it to stick together with minimal holes, I'm gonna be happy, because it's a beater car anyway. So it's just still better than open headers. So we're gonna try to weld her up, see what happens. If there are any children present, close their eyes so they don't see this atrocity. It's pretty bad. Everyone will tell you, like, this is the only part that was decent. I was pretty comfortable when I started that part. TIG welding specifically, MIG welding too, you know, welding in general, but TIG welding specifically, you're supposed to be as comfortable as possible. And I kind of made the mistake of like, oh, that first part went decent, I can be super uncomfortable on the next part and at least get it done, and then it wasn't good. And you know, on top of that, having gaps like this big to fill, you know, and then standard steel to stainless with the wrong rod, and those are all my excuses. I feel better now. You guys are still gonna make fun of me, but that's okay. I made it work, and I'm happy about that. Progress is progress, right? Time to throw it on the car. So O'Reilly's didn't have the manifold like collector gaskets for the Z in stock, but they cross-referenced the part number and found this, which it looks identical. We'll know in a second if it works or doesn't work. I'm not going to copper spray it just yet, but I do have copper spray. I copper spray all my exhaust gaskets. Probably not necessary. It kind of makes a little bit of a mess, but it's just something I've done forever, and I've never really had that much of an issue with exhaust leaks. And if you do have leaks, you can see them like much better, like the black part. I guess you could see it anyway, but we're gonna just knock this out real quick. We're gonna try to hustle. That's what it's gonna do over bumps though. It's gonna hit that, but that's okay. I'm just happy we got it in. So it goes from Fart Cannon V-band there, a little hanger there, which we could probably reverse that or something to bring it over some if it knocks really annoyingly. And then that's where it bolts in. I guess you can't see it. That's where it bolts into the Y pipe up to test pipes. And that's the full exhaust. It's done. Okay, wheel spacers are on. It's a little late, but I can't let you guys go without starting it up. I mean, I want to hear it too. Doesn't sound amazing, but not too bad either. Also, that's just all the crap that was in the exhaust and the weld, like everything, all the nastiness burning off. All right, so now the exhaust is done. That was like the main thing we needed to get done, because without it, you know, we'd be driving like open header. So whatever else we did, I wasn't gonna drive it just with this thing open header. It sounds terrible. It's just awful. And it's not just the sound, it's like all that exhaust gas under everything, you melt stuff. So that was #1 priority. Tomorrow we're gonna focus on the amenities. I guess that's like, there's another word for that, but I like can't think of what I mean. But we're gonna do seat, steering wheel, shift knob, and then go over the car and kind of prep it for the event, because the event is the day after tomorrow. So no driving around tonight to hear the exhaust. Not that you guys care, it's a VQ, but we'll probably drive it around tomorrow once we get all the stuff swapped in. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Goodbye.